I used to own a Yamaha Freestar XVS950A cruiser motorcycle. I recently changed to a Triumph Tiger 900 GT Pro motorcycle. For many years, I've never used a Bluetooth helmet communications device, but recently I've decided to buy the FREEDCONN FX Bluetooth helmet device. This is amongst one of their higher-end models. I chose this model because it has Bluetooth 5.0 plus enhanced data rate, and it can have an intercom conference with up to 6 other similar Bluetooth helmet headsets. It has a long range of about 1 kilometer. This FREEDCONN FX helmet headset device has a very large battery capacity, 1100 mAh. That's big. Join me in this video as I unbox this helmet headset and install it on my Arai Vector 2 helmet. So this is the FREEDCONN FX motorcycle Bluetooth helmet headset kit. On the side of the box it says there's a Bluetooth main unit, there's a headset clamp, there's microphone and ear speaker, there's headphone and microphone velcro, there's a USB cable. It comes in the choice of 2 colors, black or silver. And the features of this motorcycle Bluetooth kit: it's Bluetooth version 5.0 plus EDR, which is enhanced data rate, uses 2.4 GHz frequency, pretty light, 47 grams, says standby for 1 month, intercom time 30 hours, phone talking 25 hours. You can use it with the travel adapter, which provides 5V DC, 450 milliamps. It uses a rechargeable lithium polymer battery, and the battery model is 802060, and the battery has a capacity of 1100 mAh. It has a voltage of 3.7 volts and power of 4.07 watt-hours. This headset supports group conference intercom. It says the maximum group intercom range depends on the actual circumstances. That's obvious. It supports to stay connected to your smartphone, MP3 player or GPS navigation system. Universal design fits most motorcycle helmets. Allows music sharing between rider and pillion or rider to rider. Supports to connect with other brands of Bluetooth intercom system. Let's unbox it. It's a very nice looking box. Inside you have one hard copy manual. The manual has instructions written in English, in Chinese and Japanese. That's the Bluetooth device. So the buttons on this, that's called a multi-function button. You can push on it, you can hear the click. That's the button to turn the running lights on here or turn it off. It's just a display function. On the top there's a negative and a positive. So positive for increasing volume or choosing the next song, negative for decreasing volume or going to the previous song. On the side there is an on-off power button, which acts also as an intercom button. And here there's a rubber cover which protects a USB-C charging port. On the bottom there's a micro USB port which accepts the micro USB plug from the helmet, microphone and earphones. On the reverse side it's got the model number and some tabs to fix it to the helmet mount. There's a box in here. And in the box, 3 packets. Let's look at this first packet. It has a USB-A to USB-C charging cable. I've opened it previously and Dymo labeled it as bike headset. The reason I did this is because this USB-C plug, the black plastic mold, is small enough to fit into this USB-C socket. And I've tried with a few other different USB-C plugs that I have, and they do not fit because the plastic mold is too big. That's why I labeled this, because it's not possible just to use any other plug, even though it may be a USB-C cable. Take note of that. This packet, it has the mounting clip, and there's also 2 Velcro tabs. This packet, it has a flexible arm microphone with a very tiny plug. So this is the device earphone 1 and 2. They join to this common cable here, and at the end of this is a micro USB plug. At this end there's a socket which allows user to either connect this small microphone piece like this, just plug it in, or to choose the bigger microphone piece and plug it in the same way. I think I'll be using the bigger microphone piece. And these are Velcro tabs to fix the earphones to the inside of the helmet. Similarly, these are Velcro tabs to fix the small microphone to the front jaw piece of the helmet. So let's install the Bluetooth device to the left side of the helmet, about there. To do that, FREEDCONN have supplied 2 options. The first is to use this clip with a 3M VHB heavy duty adhesive tape. So you first use isopropyl alcohol, spray on this area and clean it with a cloth and remove this film. Make sure you have the correct side up. This tab needs to be on top because this tab pushing on it is what releases the Bluetooth device from the mount. So once you remove the film, you can stick it there and it will hold. You can see on the clip there are 2 hooks, and I suspect that's when, with this mounted, the USB cable comes out here and you hook it through that hook so that it supports the cable rather than hanging loose. The other mount that they've provided is this one, and it has a clip on it. This clip looks like it's a metal clip that's springy. So the same thing, select the position, make sure this tab is facing up, and then make sure that the helmet is just a helmet without the cushion, and you slide the helmet in between this gap like that. That's it, that's done. Very simple. I prefer to use this clip rather than the adhesive tape. Just means that it's easier to remove the mount if I want, and there's nothing sticky on the helmet outside surface. And then the Bluetooth device with the 2 tabs, you put it here, line them up to the tabs, and then you push down gently and you hear a click, and that's when it's installed. Now these 2 Velcro tabs with the loop on one side and the hook on the other side, they're pretty thick. These are the adhesive Velcro tabs provided with the earphones, and you can see it's just a single-sided adhesive tape. It is much thinner. I think what this is for is when you want the earphone to mount further out from the inside of the helmet, you would first have this stick to the inside of the helmet, and then you'll be able to use this to clip on, just to give it an extra thickness. I will start by assuming I do not need this. To mount this adhesive tape to the inside of the helmet, I will spray some isopropyl alcohol onto this flannel cloth, and then carefully remove the cushion on the inside cheeks. So that's where the earphone will go. Just give it a wipe. It's pretty dirty after many years. You want it to be a good clean surface so that the adhesive tape will stick. Now take one of the adhesive tape Velcro, remove the protective film. So that's the adhesive side, be careful not to touch it. And I want it to go in here. I've now adhered the Velcro to the right hand side of the helmet. I will do the same to the left hand side. Remove the cushion. Give the left hand side a wipe with isopropyl alcohol. Get the adhesive Velcro and remove the protective film. That's the adhesive side. Carefully apply that to this part. There. So now that's Velcro is stuck there. Now to take the earphones and adhere them to the Velcro patches. There's a long cable and there's a short cable. The short cable will be on the left hand side, closer to the Bluetooth device. So that will go here. And then for the right side earphone, same thing. Stick it to the Velcro with this cable pointing down and a bit to the rear. From the right side earphone, I've put the cable just inside between the foam so that it comes out to the left side there. So that's what it looks like. The left side earphone, the cable from the right side earphone, they all join to this junction module, and the main cable comes within that metal bracket gap out underneath and then connects to the micro USB port. Now to install the flexible arm microphone. I want the microphone mouthpiece to be installed here. I'm conscious that this clip is here and the earphone is there. I think my only position left is to fix it further back between the clip and the earphone. So that's where it's gonna be. Give a bit of spray of isopropyl alcohol. And I'll install the microphone sticky mount here. Remove the protective film. That's the adhesive side. Take that and mount it there, and it will join to the connecting cable here. So this plug goes into this socket. That's it. So that's what that looks like. On the left hand side, the left earphone, the microphone, the mouthpiece, where it's fixed just between the metal clip and the earphone, and the microphone is joined to the socket. So they're all now connected. Just have to be careful not to damage these fragile cables. I will change it so this cable passes through that way so it doesn't come back and bend and damage the cable. So that's easy to do. Just pull the plug out, bring the bracket out again. See if I can pass the USB plug through gently. Yes, I can. And I'll put it through this way so that it comes out through here. Push the clip back in. There, cable running in that way and out this way. Now I just need to put back the cheek cushions nicely. I've got the left side cheek cushion here. I think that's installed. That's good. So that's what it looks like with the left side earphone, microphone installed, and the cheek cushion installed. And now just need to put the right side cheek cushion in. Here it is. So the strap through the hole goes in there, and the cheek cushion is installed. So that looks good. So that's what the helmet looks like with the FREEDCONN FX. Just to talk through some simple operating instructions. There's a protective film here. Can take that off. There we are. To turn it on, press and hold this power button for 2 seconds. 1000, 2000. And you see? And you may be able to see a very dim blue LED light there flashing. If I push this button, you see it's definitely power on. This is just a fancy display light, but I will not keep it on because it's just wasting battery power. To turn it on is to push once, a quick push, and to turn it off is another quick push, and it's off. I now want to pair this Bluetooth device to my mobile phone. I'll turn on Bluetooth on my phone. I go to settings on my phone. I choose connections. I choose Bluetooth. The Bluetooth headset is now power off. I'll press and hold the power button for 5 seconds. And you see now the LED is blue and red. That means it's in the pairing process. With my phone settings, I'll go to Bluetooth. I'll turn Bluetooth on and see if it can find the FREEDCONN headset. There we are, FX. Available device FX, that's the headset. I click on FX. It says pairing. FX. It asks if I want to pair with FX. I say pair. And now FX is shown as connected to my phone. That's very good. With the helmet on and the Bluetooth device on and connected to my phone, I'm gonna make a phone call and test. Yes, I'm calling someone and I can hear the phone ring in my headset. Yes, can you hear me alright?
Yeah.
I've got my helmet on and I'm test calling you from my phone to my FX headset.
Nice. Yeah, it sounds pretty clear.
I have no noises, hissing or anything at all. Nothing.
It's pretty quiet.
It is very quiet.
You have to. The buzzing is very minor, but yeah, it'd be interesting.
Yeah, I found that you have to be very careful installing the cables, isn't it? Where you wrap them around from the left to the right. Well, I was able to call out to someone. I've just asked this person to call me back. I've tested calling out someone from my headset and this person could pick up the call and I was able to hear the person well and the person was able to hear me well. Well, it worked so far. In the future, I will test intercom with a few others who have the same headset. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more and help the channel grow. Thank you so much.